Yeah, definitely used too much eye primer. I've looked interesting. I've looked a little bit like Miss Trunchbull. A sweaty Miss Trunchbull. Hello beautiful makeup lovers and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while because in the UK there has been very hot weather. Very humid weather to the point that this beauty room was making me melt and making all of my makeup melt off my face. So I haven't been filming, but I'm back today. It's a little bit cooler today, I'm super happy to say. And we're going to be playing with the W7 MOONGLADE palette, which is a dupe for... what is the actual palette called? It's a dupe for the ABH palette. So W7 do this a lot. They do a lot of dupe palettes, especially for ABH, and I wanted the ABH palette and it's a little bit pricey. So when I saw this come out, I was like, well, this one's a lot cheaper, and usually I quite like W7's formula. Not in every single palette that I've tried, but the ABH dupes seem to be very good. So we're going to dive into this today. Not sure what look we're going to be doing, but first let's get into the close-ups and swatches.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you, miss you.
I am also wearing my new t-shirt that I was sent from Beyond Sanity. Thank you so much for putting one of my quotes on a t-shirt. So I said this random phrase in a video. It says, some artists paint, some write poetry, some put bright ass colours all over their eyes. And my lovely friend slash follower and subscriber reached out to me and said she wanted to put that quote on a t-shirt. Would that be okay? I'm like, yeah. So she has an Etsy shop and you can buy this t-shirt if you want to for £25.20. So I will link that down below just in case you're interested, and I will be getting a small commission of all of these specific t-shirts that are sold with my quote on, and it does say at the bottom, Kerry K. I'm wearing a size small, and I'd pretty much say it's kind of feeling like a size 8, and that is UK sizing for me. So let's dive in to this makeup. I'm going to be priming today with my Juvia's Place eye primer. I will have everything that I'm using in this video linked in the description box, just in case you are wondering. And I put it on a little palette because usually too much comes out, and way too much has, as usual. So we're just going to put a little bit on each eye. It has been a little while since I filmed, as I said, and I kind of forgot how to do makeup. Putting my base on was interesting. Yeah, definitely used too much eye primer. And I do also have my Cosmic brushes order on the way. Their new palette, is it Dream Delights? I'm so excited to try that one, and I did pick up the highlighter palette as well. So exciting times, lots of nice new makeups on the way. I did consider retiring my YouTube channel just because it was super nice just to chill every day after work rather than sit and film in a hot beauty room. Like, look how much I've wasted. Like, honestly, too much comes out of this. You know I'm going to be playing with that lilac, right? You know that's one of the main reasons that I wanted this palette. Because it is predominantly neutral, and I am not the biggest neutral lover. Some neutrals draw me towards them. This palette just had something about it, the tones in it, especially this moss shade that's kind of a greeny grungy colour. Oh, it just makes me happy. I haven't swatched this as I'm filming this part. You will have already seen the swatches. This shade Cosmos looks really nice. Like, is this going to be exactly the same amazing quality that ABH have? No. But is it going to be a nice similar colour story and a more affordable option? Probably. As I said, I've kind of forgotten how to do the makeups, so bear with me. It's all I'm going to say for now. I think I want to keep the lilac toward the inner part of the eye and the crease. So maybe we'll go into... should we just go into moss? Should we do it? And we'll see how pigmented this shade is. I've got quite a floppy brush here just because I actually need to clean my brushes. And all this time that I haven't filmed, I didn't clean my brushes. I know. What a gorgeous grungy colour. Oh, I really like that. Okay, that shade is really nice for a neutrally deeper shade. I really like that. Like, some people are going to think that this is a boring shade, but to me, actually, I'm loving it. I want to put a little bit of that shade just on the lower lash line to connect what's going on top. And I will go around the edges of this just to make sure it's all blended, because right now it's looking a little bit rough, but it's okay. We are trusting the process. And when I'm reviewing a dupe palette, I don't really feel the need to discuss this colour story too much, because it's not their own colour story that they've come up with. They are literally just duping another brand's colour story, so I don't really feel like I need to comment on what W7 have put in this palette. It's more about the actual quality of the shadows. Then I think I want to go into a little bit of the shade called Dip, which is very sort of similar to my skin tone colour, which I think will blend out the previous shade really nicely and just soften those edges up a little bit. It's so strange seeing myself with makeup on again and actually sorted my hair out instead of sticking it up in a bun, because I've looked interesting. I've looked a little bit like Miss Trunchbull, a sweaty Miss Trunchbull, over the last week or so. That has definitely just diffused those edges really nicely. And so far, so good with the formula. Okay, now I want to be going into that gorgeous lilac shade called Wild, which is one of the reasons that I wanted the palette. It is beautiful and I think it's a very welcome addition to this neutral colour story. Let's just tap out this eye primer, maybe with my finger. We don't want to set those creases. Let's see how pigmented this pastel purple is. I do pack on with pastels rather than do blendy swipey motions, because pastels don't generally like that. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's probably not the most pigmented pastel lilac in my collection, but it's definitely there. It's showing up. It's pretty. Then I think I want to go into a bit of the shade called Scenery for the lower lash line. I know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just testing more shades at this point. I don't want to take it all the way into the inner corner because it's not the lightest, but I just wanted to incorporate it a little bit. I feel like it will match the lip I'm wearing quite well. I don't know how I'm feeling about this right now. Shall we add some shimmer and lashes? That usually makes me feel a lot better about things. So shimmer wise, I really like the look of Cosmos. Like I said earlier, Woodland looks nice. There they are swatched. I think I want to go into Cosmos and then Woodland. I think that's the plan, and I'm not sure if there's going to be anything that I want to put in my inner corner that's quite light enough. So I've picked up Cosmos and I don't want to put it too close to the inner corner because it will be too dark, but I'm just going to see how this looks. I have sprayed it just so I didn't get fallout. This is a dramatic look, isn't it? I mean, it's quite deep overall. I mean, that's a pretty shade, but I just feel like the ABH one will be 10 million times more foily and reflective than this one. Not that I've got it or that I've tried it. Yeah, that shimmer or satin as it's looking isn't very exciting, dare I say. Yeah, I'm not that impressed with that one. Let's go into Woodland on the other side of my brush and we'll spray this one as well. And I'm just going to connect the matte in the outer corner to the shimmer. This one looks a little bit more reflective. Let's cover up a little bit of that purple. That's a little bit better. That's definitely more reflective and more of what I was wanting. Okay, for the very inner corner, let's go into Beauty because it's the lightest shimmer. And this look is turning out to be very, very deep. Let's spray this. And we need something a little bit brighter and lighter, and it will lead into what's on the lower lash line nicely. Not that I'm keen on this type of shades, which is why I was kind of trying to avoid it. They're a little bit boring to me, these types of shimmer shades, but it's here and we needed something lighter, so let's fade it nicely into what we've got going on, and at least we've got some brightness now toward the inner corner. I don't know if I'm feeling this look, and I don't know if it's just because of the shades in the palette, and they are very neutral leaning, and it's not what I'm used to or what I generally reach for, but I'm gonna finish up this look, stick on some lashes, put something in my waterline, and hope that I like it a bit better than I do right now. So guys, this is the final finished look. I did go with some half lashes from Pound Lashes, and I do have a code if you've never purchased from them before, which is affiliated. I really like just a nice little half lash if it's a big dramatic look sometimes, just so that you can see the shadows. I did go in with the purple in my waterline. This is from Makeup Revolution and their Beetlejuice liners, just to tie in with the lilac that we've got going on above. I'm still not sure if I'm a fan or not, and I think the reason is because of the colours, and they are so neutral leaning. I think if I'd have put that lilac all over my eyes, I probably would have liked that a little bit better, just because I am a colour lover. I'm not 100% sure I'm in love with this look, but I feel like it will cater to people that do like neutral shades. I don't know, I think I need to play around with this a bit more. Of course, this is just a first impressions, and I will come back and give you a speed review when I've used it quite a few more times, but I like the packaging, I like the name, and you know, it's obviously a dupe, so what can I say? But the mattes worked really, really nicely, to be honest. It's like I said, the purple is not the most pigmented pastel purple I've ever used, but it's nice, it's there, it shows up. I really like the dip shade, that blended out everything on the edges really nicely. Moss is a lovely grungy colour. This Cosmos shade though, I am not a fan of that. That's kind of more of a satin. It's not doing a lot for me, to be honest. I mean, it went on, it didn't blow me away. I much preferred the shade Woodland, which I think is more of a duochrome twist and a lot more shimmery. So that one was really nice. Beauty, nice, it worked. It's just not my favourite colour of shimmer, to be honest. So I'm going to play around with this palette some more, see what I can do. I'm tempted to use this Moon shade the next time. But please do let me know what you think to this look overall. It's been a while since I've stuck lashes on, so just ignore if they're stuck on badly. Please do let me know, have you actually got the ABH palette that this is duping? And have you got this palette? Do you want to pick this palette up? I think with a discount code, I ended up paying something like £7 something, almost £8, which that is not a bad price, especially for the formula that you are getting from the shades I've tried so far. Of course, like I said, I will come back to you and let you know a little bit further down the line what I think to this, but I'm glad I didn't spend all of the money on the ABH palette, because now I'm rethinking my choice about picking a colour story like this up, because I thought it was drawing me in, but now actually seeing it on the eye and the colours together, I don't know if it's just because I haven't done makeup for a while, I'm not the biggest neutral lover, or the colours that I've used today and combined. I don't know, but please do let me know what you think. Like I said, I have some cosmic brushes arriving to me very soon, so do stay tuned for that video. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, if you want to see the swatches and a few looks with that palette. I will link everything that I'm wearing in the description box, as well as my t-shirt, my earrings, all of that jazz, all of the makeup on my face. Don't forget to check out my Instagram if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!